Hi guys, welcome to Gardening with Dave. Here we are outside again, another lovely day with the fruit trees and this climber, this clematis. Now that's because I've got a question this week from Cara asking about climbers and also a bit more information about how you train the fruit trees. Well, I think I should have called the programme Growing Things You Can Eat with Dave as opposed to Gardening with Dave, because although I can enjoy the beauty of these sorts of things, nice flowers, lovely red acer there in the background, my real passion is for things you can eat, grow and eat. So I mean, this apple tree looks lovely and you get to eat stuff from it. This cherry over here, same again, lovely blossom, plus you get to eat something. So as far as climbers go, I know this is a clematis. There's a lovely honeysuckle behind the castle, but apart from that, flowers and things like that are a lot more picky about the conditions of soil that they grow in and that sort of thing. But my advice would be to grow a fruit tree up your fence if you like climbers. These will climb. A lot of things will climb. Great to grow cucumbers. They're a good climber. But we'll more about those when we get to that stage of things. But anyway, fruit trees. So a bit more information now. I used some eyelets in the fence. Look a bit like this. This is a massive one, but you get the idea. It's smaller than that. Screwed into the fence here in the middle and at the ends, and then a good gauge of wire, strong wire, to string across, and then I use a thinner wire to actually train the fruit along. So basically you'll see here it's curling up at the end as it grows, wants to grow upwards, and you just need to pin it back down with a little bit of wire like this, and then occasionally you move it along and let it grow for a bit while it's still bendy. On this one, where are we here? This pear, first year, can you see that? Bent it a bit too far and it snapped, but it's just kind of healed itself. That was 2-3 years ago, and this has healed itself. Oh no way, look, check it out, our first pear. Can you see that little fella? Happy days. Another one and another. 3, great. They should swell. That'd be cool. Hopefully we'll get some good apples off of this. Still in the blossom stage at the moment, but hey ho. So yeah, funny thing about apple trees, sorry, you can't say you took a Granny Smith apple and you got the seeds out of it and you planted them, other than it taking probably a good 10 years before you got any fruit off it. The thing about fruit is you won't grow a Granny Smith tree from a Granny Smith seed. Don't know why, but they're all like that. So all fruit trees that you buy of a specific variety have been grafted to a different root. It's a process of cutting the branch and splicing it in to a different root stock. So you see down here, this is where it's been spliced together with, I think they use quince roots because they've got a very strong root. And then as it grows, away you go, you get the specific sort of fruit. So you can't, as I say, you'll be waiting a long time if you try and grow it from seed, and give it 10 years, you might get your first apple. It'll probably be a crab apple. I think the majority of apple trees grown from seeds turn out to be crab apples. You never know, you might get an amazing new variety, but who wants to wait 10 years to find that out? So I would go to a garden centre normally. Tricky at the moment, but maybe at the end of the season, all my fruit trees I've bought at the end of the season from garden centres, you know, in their reduced section, like they're about yay high. I think, you know, cost about a tenner, something like that. Ones like this, all sprayed out like this, probably worth a couple of £100, but you don't want to be paying that sort of money. Then go for a smaller one and then train it along. And all I've done is taken some of the branches and trained them as I could along. And they're quite malleable when they're young, so you can tie them down and train them along. And there you go. So, what's next? Let's carry on into the greenhouse. Oh, got our brassicas outside now. Hardening off, that's called. So you can't take stuff straight from the greenhouse, go and plant it outside in the field or in your garden, because it doesn't like the shock. It's been in a lovely greenhouse, no wind, lovely and warm. And you stick it outside, even on a nice day like this, it is degrees cooler outside, and they don't like it. So you basically pop it outside every day for 2 or 3 days and let it harden up, so there's a bit of a breeze out there and they're getting a bit stronger, and then they'll be ready to go down the allotment. So it's a good thing, because I need those pots that they're all in so that I can start planting on some of these other bits. And let me show you. Great news. Happy days. Check these out. The Padrons are here. We've got 5 out of the 6. Still hope for the 6th, but definitely 5. Look at that. And even these other peppers, one there, another one just coming up, 2, 3, 4. Happy days. What else we got? So they don't need potting on, but my tomatoes, they're all getting bigger in the pots now. And what I'd really like to do is get them potted on before the roots get too big and all harder to separate. So the sooner I can get those brassicas down the allotment, the better. What else we got? Potted on a lot of my courgettes here. All the different varieties, the ball one. What are these? So there's the butternut squashes, potted on some of those. And pumpkins and marrows as well. So I'll wait till they get a bit bigger before we start hardening them up to go to the allotment, but they're all happy. They've got more nutrients now, more soil. They're going to come on lovely. So some other things that have popped up since the last time we were here. Check out these. These are French beans, 2 different varieties. Compass, the green one, and what's this one? Purple Queen. It's like a dark purple colour. Looks pretty funky, but apparently when you cook it, it goes green. But that's exciting. And here at the end here, look at this little fella, purple cauliflower. Now, I found this packet from what I was saying the other week about my friend who's potted some 2008 seeds, tomato seeds, and they'd come up. So I thought I'll dig through my old seed packets and see what I can find. And I found these purple cauliflowers, and they were meant to be sown by 2018. So I thought, well, I'll chuck them in and see what happens. And there we go, a couple of them. One's come up, a couple more on their way. See what happens with those. Tried the same thing with these Romanesca ones, but they don't look so happy, and actually that's quite a tricky variety to grow apparently, so we shall see. Jalapenos coming on lovely, they need potting on as well, but again, can't get hold of the pots. My brassicas have got them all at the moment, so as soon as I free some of them up, I'll be able to pot these on. Jalapenos and the aubergines, get all them sorted. Leeks coming on lovely. I want them to be a bit taller. There's a chance if you leave stuff in these for too long, they sort of stall and they don't get any bigger because they're obviously not getting enough of the nutrients and whatnot. But I'll leave those for a little bit and then start hardening them up outside and get the land where they're going to go at the allotment ready. And I'll show you, there's a trick with leeks. So you get the lovely long white section of the leek, and I'll show you that when we're down the allotment. You can see happy days, electric daisies. Now, contrary to what I was saying earlier about growing flowers, I am growing daisies, but guess what? They're edible. These are the ones that taste a bit like popping candy apparently, so they're coming on still. Happy days. Our mystery knot toms all look happy as well, but still don't know what they are. Still looking forward to finding out. And check out this pumpkin here. All of his friends have been potted on. They all got nice and big. This one, seed, stuck on top, but don't be afraid to just pull him off. There we go. And let him open his wings, as it were. What else we got? Nothing coming through so far on the gherkins, cornichons. Cucumbers looking happier. They're nearly ready to plant out in the greenhouse here, so might do that next time. Strawberries all coming on, even that one that was looking a little bit ropey, he's happy. They're all very happy. And look at these, this is another experiment. So these are gooseberries and this one is a raspberry. Now I was tidying up the fruit bed, as I said. Do you remember before and after? Well, here's the after. Look at that, very satisfying. Got all the weeds out, tidied it all up. And I had a question also this week from Richard, and he was asking about raspberries. Any advice? Because he said his are a bit hit and miss. Well, that's the thing with fruit. A lot of fruit is hit and miss, especially apples and pears. These blackcurrants here, they've been hit ever since they went in. Get tons of blackcurrants off of them. The raspberries, some good years, some bad, but I planted these four raspberry canes maybe 3 years ago, and now I've got the extra space and I don't need this so much for veg. I'm letting these raspberries grow wild. And a couple of things to bear in mind, Richard. All fruit loves water, especially when it's dry, even established plants, so make sure in hot spells you're giving it plenty of water. And also the location. Most fruit and veg loves a sunny spot. Now this is south facing that way, and these are on the east side, so they get decent sun half of the day, but they're quite happy here. It's the north walls you want to avoid, really. Some fruit and veg, some fruit even does okay in shadier conditions, but most of them like the sun. So yeah, yes, my experiment, sorry. I've got these two gooseberry bushes, and they've been very miss, and for 3 years now I thought I'd try them as a purple one and a green one. I'm not a fan of gooseberries, but the wife loves them, so I'm giving them a go. There's some caterpillars that normally munch on all the leaves, and they don't tend to do that well, but so I've been thinking, if you're continually having bad luck with the fruit plant or bush, maybe it's in the wrong location. Some stuff just likes to be somewhere else, so if you've given it enough time, enough years, and it's still not doing very well, think about maybe moving it to somewhere else. And I was thinking about moving both these to the allotment, trying to see if I could get more joy down there. But the thing is, the other day when I was tidying up the fruit bed, I found a couple of these. Look, see this branch here has come out of the main bush there, and it's actually stuck in the ground where it's trailed, and I've just left it over the winter, and that part where it's touching the ground has sprung roots. So basically you could cut across here and dig this up, and you've got a whole new bush, which is great. So there was one on here that I did that with earlier, and that's what's in the greenhouse now, and I've potted them out, and we're going to find out whether it's basically, when you take cuttings like this, it's a race against time. So will these plants grow roots before they die out, they die off, you know? They need the roots to grow and to give them life, so you cut off as much foliage as possible. This one, look, he's not looking so happy, but this one's okay. This one looks okay. Another here. You know, what's the worst that can happen? Try again. So I've basically just potted these, and I'm keeping these very moist, and we'll see if they survive. This is one, the cutting from the back one, and it had a decent amount of root on it, so I think he should be quite happy. And then my idea was, because they are looking healthier, they've been in 3 years, maybe they just needed time to establish, I'll leave those here, and I'll take these ones down the allotment and see if we can, if they prefer things down there. Sort of spread your eggs around, don't put them all in one basket, and see how we get on. So I think that's probably it. Questions? Done the questions. Remember to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video. Next time, I know I keep saying it about taking you to the allotment and showing you what's going on down there. I've been spending a lot of time sorting things out down there. I've created an area for the brassicas, so that's good. It's ready for them to go in, and got other areas sorted out. So I've actually got something to show you. And the main busyness is up here at the moment in the greenhouse, getting all these seedlings ready, and then focus will move down to the allotment. But more about that next time. So take care, see you soon, bye.